Whew, this must be it. I hope it is. G'day, mate. This is Plankcraft? No? Oh, cheers, mate. See you later. Well, where the bloody hell is it then? G'day everyone, JoeRilla again, and welcome back to the Plankcraft server. Yes, I'm still playing on it. I haven't disappeared. Yeah, it's starting to get a bit long in the tooth between episodes. I thought I would make one. Nah, honestly, I just felt like, having a quick break from Minecraft as a whole. By quick break, I mean I think I haven't touched it in about 3 or 4 days. After going as hard as I have been for as long as I have been. So, forgive me for taking a small break. But don't care if you do or not, I'm just going to pretend that you do. Anyways, this is the base progress, and this is where we are going to be situated for at least the first part of this episode. I haven't spoken for you about that redstone miracle that he wants me to perform, so that is going to be in a later episode. Ooh, give me those. Furthermore, Mattis recently teased that he and I are getting together to do something. That is the case. It's just a question of when. Him being a very, very busy man, and me having limited time, and me just having limited time. So that is coming, and I think, now don't quote me on this, I think we're going to be recording it. Now it's recording it. You're not going to see it for a fair while afterwards. In about a week's time, next weekend, as far as I know. Now, how long that takes to get to you, well, that depends. It depends. Now, something that I brought up, I can't remember if it was the last episode or the episode before or something like that. This tower is a mismatched size. Now, that I thought was because I had built this edge in the wrong place. Now, I've corrected where this edge is, but I still can't manage to get the size right. So, I've pretty much just given up, and I'm just going to build it slightly smaller. Now, I do need to build this thing in its entirety, because what we're doing this episode is dependent on it, and it's I think I might just freestyle this actually. You know what I might do? What I might do is how much red? Oh, I've got shitloads left. Let's use that as a little pattern block. We'll make this one a bit more unique. This one might serve each one of these towers I've figured out is going to serve a different purpose. Like one of them's going to be an entrance into an underground section. The other one probably is also, another one is going to be that also. What I do with this one, I don't know. It might be something I've got absolutely no clue at this stage. But I'll just talk you through what we're going to do, and then I'm probably going to finish off those towers off camera, or at least most of them. Just jump over to the bed real quick. Now, our favourite Twitch streamer, Prostachio, recently did a server tour, reintroducing himself to YouTube. Now, one of the first things that he came across was this, my base. Now, he's not the first person to not know how to describe it, and, I can't say I blame them, but how he summed it up was evil, what was it, evil and theme park, or carnival, that was it, evil carnival. And that sort of got me to thinking, I'm already planning on doing arches between these towers. So why don't, I've had this thought, I can expand on that idea and make it look as though there is a roller coaster going through my base. It'd probably be a pigman in a minecart. But I think, now depending on how I space this out, it's going to have to be, oh, there's a fucking witch here now somewhere. Mobs spawn in the cavities here, but I've left the cavities there for redstone. Oh, for God's sake. I'm going to have to fix that eventually. we're going to have, you know, things looking a bit strange. So I don't know where the rails are going to get wrapped around. It's either... Oh, there's two thoughts. So let's say... Let's, you know, keep the thought of evil carnival or evil theme park or whatever in your head for a sec. Now let's just pillar up here to have a quick look. Now we can go one of two ways. We can go around the outside where it's kind of perilous. You got fires underneath you, and then you go underneath a structure with lava underneath it. Or, now obviously we're not going to be writing this, but you know, stick with it for the sort of themey type of thing, or the you know, immersion. And then, or the other option is to route it in front of this lava here. But the problem then is are we going to bugger up the look of this face? As I look at it now, I think that we may opt for this, because I think we can easily make it look like this dude just has one big brow, one big monobrow, and then obviously the coaster goes over the top of it. But that's not yet relevant. We need to finish that tower, which I'm going to continue just doing on camera while I have a bit of a chin wag, because, you know, Minecraft is the main thing on my channel. And if you have a look around my channel, you probably notice I've started to change a few things. I've changed my channel artwork. I've made some things. I'm also going to be working on some new intros for multiple things. So that Plankcraft homemade intro that I made, the one that's, you know, almost a minute long, I'm probably going to do away with it, and pretty much for that reason. It is like, as funny as it is way too long. So it's going to go like that. How's it go again? Yeah, it's recessed one back. Oh god, he's going to have this guy's going to have a very shallow throat and an absolute bastard of a gag reflex. Why does that look wrong? Probably because it is. Yes, I know what I've done there. So it's good that I've built 3 of them now. I can just go back and copy very easily. Okay, so that. But yeah, as I say, I'm sort of starting to play more games now, which is part of the reason I want to not so much take away from Minecraft, but maybe just add more of other games in. So you've probably seen there's the Vault Boy on my channel banner. That's not necessarily to say that I'm gonna, you know, have a 50-50 split between Minecraft and Fallout. It's more to the point that, well, A, it's a guy giving a thumbs up, so it's kind of cool, but also B, you know, I'm branching out. I'm gonna do other games. You know, you would have seen me do a couple of indie games recently, because, you know, I sort of like that whole small man thing. You know, help the little guy out. You know, with Nuts and Death Garden. You know, they were good for 3 subscriptions between the 2 of them, just quietly. Oh, on the note of subscriptions, yeah, I ticked over 30. Now I'm up to 32 as I record this, so happy me. I'm not unhappy with that. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Minor channel update, I suppose. Yeah, things are going fairly well on my end. Now, I have run out of things to... What the fuck? Hang on. Okay, I need to light that up better than that, apparently. I didn't know they were able to spawn in there. Okay, I've discovered that... Well, I already knew this, but I've found it increasingly difficult to talk and build at the same time. Can't bloody concentrate, because I'm a man. That's all I can manage, just one thing at a time. So I'm going to cut away now and try and get the rest of this knocked over, and then once I have, I may prototype one of the arches and just sort of, and maybe an arch and a corner, because obviously it's going to be mirrored on all 4 corners. It's literally just going to be an endless loop of a zombie pigman going around, and I might even do 2. Nah, glitches might cause them to run into each other. Anyways, that's the general idea. Those even the same height. They're at least the same height. I got that right. Anyway, I'm going to cut away now and hopefully bash out this tower. I'm hoping it won't take me too long, because I'm getting... This is why I don't do big projects. I do not have a very long attention span. when it comes to building anyway. For some reason I can do a bit more of it with redstone, but yeah, when it comes to building, I'm just not dedicated enough, I don't think. Yeah. I'm a redstone guy, let's be honest. I used to, I like to think that I can do both, but let's face it, give me a choice between the two. What have I spent the most time doing? Bloody redstone. Don't like to pigeonhole myself, but let's be honest. Anyways, I think I've just made a mistake on the build. I'm going to bugger off for a bit now, and I'll see you once I've completed this slightly shrunken down tower. Alright, so it's done. Yeah. It's not pretty. Having one less block space to work with, yeah. You can tell that it looks different, but it's fine. I'm not that fussed, in all honesty. It's good enough for me. Take a step back. You know what? From a distance, I don't actually think it's that noticeable. Oh no, it's noticeable. Bloody hell. But that's okay. It's all good. A little bit of variation here and there is good for the soul. I'm fairly sure there's bits missing everywhere off that thing, but that's alright. 3 out of 4. Yeah, since I'm YouTubing, I probably should have higher standards than that, but whatever. Anyways, now we're going to move on. I'm going to try and work this out over here. I'm going to try and work out the curve of this arch. Actually, where should we... Oh, we'll work it out here. So I'm going to start the arch and have it where I want the rail to be. So I'm going to think... So we're thinking arches. We're going to think a very gentle arch around here. So what that means is that's probably going to have to go. And if we do 1, 2... Having said that, if we want to do what we want to do, then we're going to have to add into this. So, like so. That'll be gone. And then start from there. Is that what we got over here? Pretty sure it's what we got over here. So if we go then, say 1, 2, then up, 1, 2, then 3, up, 1, 2, and 3, then up, 1, and then 2. Now we're in the middle, so that would mean doing the same thing coming back from the other side. Oops, that was a bit of a fail. But if we step back over here, I think that's about the right shape. I'm not unhappy with that. I'll leave that pillar there for now. I'll get it down in a minute. So we'll quickly do this, repeat the same process over here, see what it looks like, and then if we're happy with it, we'll start building the other bits and pieces of it. Oh, part of B. Wow. Alright, so then there's that. That was there, and then... Wait. So it was, if I remember correctly, we're doing this. Bash out that. Get rid of that. That was terrible. Yeah, okay. So we got that, and then I think this may be a tiny bit lopsided. But if we go up, 1, 2, 3, up, 1, 2, 3, and up, 1, 2, met in the middle, perfectly. let's quickly jump back down and see what that looks like. Cool. Obviously it's going to look better without that dirt pillar there, but I am not unhappy with that. Yeah, that's cool. We can possibly detail it out with some slabs, but that's going to be the base. It's going to drop one lower than that for the rail, which I think will be a slab base. And then on the other side will be another one of these. So it's literally just going to be single all the way. I'm probably going to have to come up with something a little bit better than that, because what I actually want to do is have powered rails going over here. That's going to require some power, but I'll work that out in due course. So I'm going to cut away. I'm going to build the rest of this, because that was a pretty boring segment, really. Jump back up here and build the other bit, which I think, because the rail's going to go along here, so it needs to be able to fit through that gap there. So it's going to have to go. Okay, so it's going to have to start here. Is it going to be too close to the skull, I wonder? See, that was something I never considered in the first place. Is it going to hit the skull? I was about to say, don't tell me I haven't bought enough bloody resources. That's terrible planning. Okay, quickly jump up and do this from this side. So dirt, and then as far as I can tell, it hasn't impacted the general aesthetics of the place, since we're adding a nice twee curve. And done. Okay, so those are going to act as... I'm wondering now that I've done this, I should have thought of this beforehand, is am I going to be able to see the pigment? I mean, I'm on my own at the moment. I don't have a test dummy. I may have to get one, but let's just quickly see. Oh, actually, there's an easy way to see this. So, if we have... No, there isn't. Don't mind me, I'm just talking rubbish. Ooh. Yep, I am fairly satisfied with that. Okay, so I'm going to replicate this going all four ways, and then probably put a floor in it, or on it. I don't know. I'll work it out as I go, but I'll at the very least have this done by the time I see you next. So sit tight, I won't be too long. Okay, so I have built out the arches and the track as such. Now, I've gone with my original design, and I think I'm going to stick with it because A, I think it looks cool, but bloody sun's going down. But also B, if you can't fully see the pigman, but you can sort of see him just going along here in his minecart endlessly, it sort of adds to the feel. You're just like, hey, what's on the minecart? Ooh, I don't like the fact that I can't see it. Just sort of adds to the feel of the joint. Now, does this reach all the way into the middle? No, it does not. I think we're like a block short. I'm just doing this bit on camera because I want to see, can I make this go all the way? Nah, bugger, it's just that little bit in the middle. There's two blocks there. Well, the easiest solution there is to just tear those out. And Rex, I still have your shulker box here. And we'll just plonk that there, get some regular rails and just pop them in there. I'm going to have to go over to the rail farm anyway to get some more. Yeah, see, that's fine. That's perfectly acceptable to me. Now, I think if we do... This is going to might be a mix of regular and powered. I'm not too sure. Probably do the rest of this off camera. I just wanted to see how this was going to measure up. So I'll come back to you when I've done the whole lot. Won't be long. Okay, so I have just popped on over here to the floating island. I need to go get some glowstone. Because there's carpet everywhere. It was spawning mobs. Sorry, my bad. I'm going to check in here and see if there's any more jobs for me. Let's see. No, just that one still. All good. I'm fine with that. And shut the door. Alright, so I have done a little bit of work back at the base, which obviously I'll show you shortly, but I need to figure out some sort of lighting because I worked into a little bit of a night and there was some mobs spawning, so we need to do something about that. I do believe a creeper might have exploded here. That would stand to reason. I'll just take that much. That should do me. Don't want to be too greedy. But with that, I'm going to head on back over there, show you what I've been up to, and try and figure out some way of lighting it up. I'll probably get the zombie pigman up there off camera. Either that, or I could just endlessly push it. Oh, I've got ambers back at the thing. I could just endlessly push a minecart around it and hope that something gets... Actually, I'll do that. I won't, because I've already done zombie pigman in there, so... I'll pop on back over to the base and I will see you over there. And we are back at the base. So just tiny little details under here. So just those fence posts really is all it needed for underneath anyway. And let's just have a quick walk around so we can sort of see the effect from all angles. It's good. Like it's good enough. Like it doesn't need any more than that. What I'm thinking for the other bits is possibly just glowstone, but sort of held up in a lampy sort of fashion. So we need to get our happy asses up there some way somehow. I might actually hang around until... Oh, actually what I'll do is I'll rename a name tag quickly. Oh, I don't need to do that, idiot. Alright, so we'll go, what we'll call it, roller coat, spell it right, Joe. Roller coaster galah. I don't have any levels. For Christ's sake. Oh well, I'll have to kill some mobs. Anyway, I'll get to that later. We're going to try and work out some lighting. At least try to anyway. So the idea is to make them sort of look like... I'm happy to leave the glowstone exposed because that sort of fits in with the nethery sort of theme. But what... Heard a noise. What I'm not sure on is how I want it to look. I didn't put that minecart there. Someone's been around here playing silly buggers. Anyways, so I haven't really thought too much into it, but I'm thinking something really simple along the lines of... Hang on, I'm going to get that slab in here. Why are they separated? That's silly. Anyway, possibly some... Because I don't want the mobs spawning up here. Because, you know, obviously that's just going to create all sorts of dramas. So I'm wondering if just a simple post there... See, if I do them there, they're too close together. I don't need two that close together. I'm wondering if I should just leave it on the inside. Something like this. And I'll just switch over to Silk Touch because that's... dickhead. And there we go. I mean, that's about as simple as you're gonna get. So where's my pillar? Over here. Let's see what that looks like, because that interdispersed over, you know, a couple of levels is really all it's gonna need. So let's see. I'm I'm not a fan. I am not a fan. I'm gonna have to figure something else out, because that is disgusting. That's gross. Alright, well, I'm gonna tootle on back up there, and then I'm probably gonna try and work it out off camera, because that was really the only idea I had. So I'm just gonna blankly stare at the computer for a good 10-15 minutes, which is how I usually come up with these ideas. Also, I need to get some XP. All me shit just fell in there, didn't it? Oh no, it's all here. It's all fine. It's all fine and dandy. Don't panic. Oh, lag spike there. Anyways, I will see you soon. Okay, so it turns out me, in my infinite wisdom, just forgot that fire tick was turned off. So that's all best I could come up with, but it'll do the job. And honestly, it fits the theme. So I'm not unhappy with it, and I've just checked the episode length, and we're out of time. I probably will try and get some sort of mob up in that thing. Passive, hostile, neutral, whatever. I'll get something into that minecart, or someone. But I highly doubt any of the other plankers will want to become a permanent fixture of this base. But that's going to be an off-camera job, and hopefully by next episode I will have that done. But either which way, thanks very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And, you know, check out the other plankers for a start. You know, we got, I think at the time of me doing this, or recording this episode, we've got 2 new guys for both the vanilla and the modded server. I can't remember if I've mentioned this already, but we are starting a modded Plankcraft thing pretty soon. So that'll be, you know, something else to muck around with and have a bit of fun with. And yeah, we've got 2 new members. See if I remember this. Zievan, I think is how it's pronounced, or Z as he says he likes to be called. And Penguin Plays. So go check them out. I don't think they've made anything on the server yet, but you know, all in good time. And yeah, if you're not part of our Plankcraft Discord and you want to come, you know, drop by and say hi, just join up. The link's in the description and in the little thing at the end of my little thing at the end of my videos. But that's it from me. I hope you all have a good one, and I will see you all next time. Have a good one. See you later.
They ain't ready. Turn the speakers up and slam in the gear. Your favorite rapper and producer reconnected this year. Ain't no slowing us down. High speed when we pass by. So when you hear that beat drop, please put them hands high. We live fast and die young. Better